Hi, I'm Lisa. I absolutely adore Christmas. I think it's one of the best times of the whole year. I love the atmosphere, everyone's jolly, happy, but I do love the food. I've got a brilliant recipe for you. It's quite simple to make, but it's not for the faint-hearted. It's a ginger and Cointreau cake, and it is delicious. So I've got some butter here with some light muscovado sugar and some dark muscovado sugar as well. And to it, I'm going to add some golden syrup. And I'm also going to add some black treacle, which gives it a really brilliant flavour and depth. So what we're going to do now is put this over a bain-marie, so my homemade one, so a little bit of water in a pan so it's not touching. I put it in a sieve and I'm going to gently melt that down, stirring it occasionally. Now you can put all your ingredients in a saucepan and melt it on a low heat, but I prefer to do it this way, but it's entirely up to you. So I've got some of my favourite spices to add to the ginger and Cointreau cake. I've got some ground ginger, I've also got some allspice, a little bit of nutmeg, and I've got cinnamon as well, so really warming, Christmassy spices will taste absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to add it to the centre and mix that in. And I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda. To my flour mixture, which I've already added my spices to, I'm going to zest in an orange. This is going to give it a really fresh, zingy flavour, which is going to be delicious with the warming spices. So now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to make a little well in the middle of the flour and I'm going to crack in 2 eggs. And another. Add a little bit of milk. I've got some stem ginger, which I'm going to use the syrup of, a couple of tablespoons. 1, 2. A couple of drops of orange blossom, just to intensify that orange flavour. And one of my favourite drinks of all time, Cointreau, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons. And finally, I'm going to add my melted mix of butter and golden syrup, etc. I'm going to just whisk and mix that in quite slowly at first. And ooh, already it smells to me like Christmas. And I believe when my arm starts to ache, which is around about now, that's ready. So what I've got here, I've got a square cake tin which I've lined, and I've also made little handles so it makes it easier to lift up the cake. And I'm just going to pour it all in now. It's quite heavy. I'm going to cook this for around 50 minutes at 180 or until a skewer comes out clean. So once your cake's out of the oven and it's cooled and the room's smelling delicious of Christmas and really appetising, you want to make your topping. So in this instance, I'm going to make a fondant icing and I'm going to flavour it with the juice of an orange, some Cointreau and some stem ginger. Very simple but very delicious. And I always think with cooking and baking that it's important to try. So that is what I shall do. Now it's made, all I need to do is pour it on top of the cake. And I just like to let it spread out and ooze down and fill the cake. And I give it a little bit of help. I've got a mandarin and I'm just going to zest over a few flakes just to add more smell, more texture. A real Christmas time treat, ginger and Cointreau cake.